of Thrones was a true phenomenon. First came George R.R. Martin's book series, A Song of Ice and Fire, followed by an epic TV series, and 8 seasons of that TV series, watching us watch the battle of over the Iron Throne unfold. And even though some of us maybe felt a little bit disappointed by the show at the end, there was this huge viewing void left when it ended.
But luckily, that void is about to be filled by the highly anticipated prequel House of the Dragon. Here's a taste of what's to come.
They consider the matter urgent. That of your succession.
Well, who else would have a claim?
The firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
So excited to watch the show and even more excited to have one of the lead actors here with us. Please welcome Lord Corlys Velaryon, a.k.a. the Sea Snake, the talented Steve Toussaint. Hello!
Thank you very much.
Okay, Steve, this show takes us back to the land of Westeros about 200 years before Game of Thrones is set. And I understand this show, The House of Dragon, was sort of pitched as Succession meets Dragons, basically. Is that a fair sort of description, would you say?
Yes, I think it is. I mean, in as much as this is about a family tearing itself apart, we meet them at the height of their power, and if it's the height, that means there's only one way they can go, which is down. And they basically set about destroying themselves and the realm in the process. So yeah, whereas those guys, I guess they have, I don't know, financial suits and writs and things, we have dragons.
Okay, so this is not a newsflash, but Game of Thrones was a hugely popular TV series. I mean, it was monoculture. Everybody's watching it. So let's talk about that pressure, because now you're stepping in for a prequel. Even though official reviews aren't out yet, people have shared their reactions, and they're saying that it might even be better than the OG.
Wow.
So, like, first of all, are you relieved? I mean, how do you feel right now, right before you're about to give it to the world?
It's a mixture of excited, a little relief that there are some people who like it, but also a huge amount of fear. Because for the actors, we were working on this thing for the best part of a year. The program makers were on it for about 4 years. We then filmed it in what was basically a bubble, and we all thought, this is great what we're doing. But now we have to show it to the world. And so there's a little bit of trepidation, but the word so far has been positive, so.
It's great. Listen, I mean, we might have seen a sneak peek of it. It's wonderful. Okay. You've talked about the actors, and we really saw so many careers just launched almost overnight when Game of Thrones came. You know, think about Kit Harington, Sophie Turner, Macy Williams, just to name a few. So the show hasn't launched yet, but like, are you getting mentally prepared? Because the fandom attached to these kinds of worlds can be intense. So are you ready for this?
The people around me tell me that I'm not.
Okay.
Basically, because I haven't done anything to prepare for it. I'm literally just going about my day, just going, it'll be fine. They'll watch it on Sunday night, and then they'll forget about it, and I'll be fine. So I don't know.
Okay, but so let me throw this at you then, okay? So Cynthia talked about fans of the shows, not just civilians, but also other celebrities, including Beyonce.
Oh, wow.
Beyonce loved Daenerys Targaryen.
Okay.
She actually approached Emilia Clarke at a party and told her, I'm obsessed with you. Emilia Clarke started crying, understandably. So, question, Beyonce probably, given her, like, support of the show, is gonna watch you. Probably gonna love you.
Just sit with that.
Steve, I'm gonna set the stage. Beyonce walks up to you. Some award show.
Right.
I love you, Steve. You're so great as Corlys. What do you do?
I cry.
Remember me asking you that question when that happens.
It'll be a
Thank
flashback.
you.
Oh my goodness.
So it is rare in this universe for marriages to not to be intertwined with politics. It's very political. Your character in the show, Married for Love. How does that unfold in this kind of cutthroat world?
I think, yeah, you're right. I think it is the healthiest relationship in the season, because for that very reason, he actually loves his wife and she loves him. And I think it means that he listens to her, doesn't always take her advice immediately, but he always comes back and sort of goes, yeah, you were right. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah.
And also, the fact is, when we first meet them, she is passed over for the throne simply because she's a woman. They can't see a woman in the thing. And I think he finds that monstrous because for him, she is clearly the best candidate for that role. And so an awful lot of the season is about him trying to find a way either to get her back on the throne or to get his family close to the throne. And I think we even have a scene somewhere where I'm saying, it should have been you, it should be you. And she's like, relax, man, we're rich. But
we only have about a minute left, but I just want to talk about how Game of Thrones, while it was praised for many, many things, it was also criticized for a sort of lack of diversity at times, for extreme violence, a lot of female nudity. So I'm just curious about how those issues are being addressed or how you feel they're being addressed in this new iteration.
I think if we remember that the first season of Game of Thrones was filmed pre-Me Too, and we're making a show post-Me Too. So that in itself has to reflect on that. We also have a lot of women behind the camera, women directors, women writers. And also, this show is predicated on the friendship of two women. I think what this reflects, actually, is the last throes of the patriarchy in the show. And it's not too much of a stretch to look at our world now and all these wonderful, diverse voices that we're hearing stepping up forward and saying, well, look, I want to be heard, I have things to say. And we are in the last throes of whatever that establishment was, struggling against that. But I think when you make a program, wherever it's set, whatever time it's set, it still reflects the time that it's made. And I think this show does that. I hope it does.
What a thrill for us to be able to have you on our show before this explodes into a huge phenomenon. Thank you so much, Steve.
Not at all, thank you. Thank you so much.
HBO's House of the Dragon premieres this Sunday, August 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern, only on Crave.
You know where you can get some more all-around great content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with all the laughs and thought-provoking chats you could ask for. So do yourself a favor, like and subscribe now.